Hello guys! Welcome to today's live stream of building the Qapital 2017 stage. It's designed by the Dutch company Qdance, which is a hardstyle organization or organizer. They do the biggest hardstyle festivals, and yeah, that's what we're gonna build today. A lot of you people might know the stage already. I already rebuilt it. I think 3 years ago. 3 years ago, it was. I think the my second stage I've built in WYSIWYG. So today I'm gonna try to create it again and teach you guys how I work, my workflow, and how or what tools I'm going to use to create a stage that is basically sitting in the center of the venue. Uh, as you can see here, I already loaded in the Ziggo. It's a venue in Amsterdam, right next to the football arena, and the stage will be exactly in the center. So probably will take 2 to 3 hours till we're having a stage over here. So let's start. First thing I'm gonna do when I start with a new drawing, I set my draw defaults to metric. I live in Europe, so that's what we use over here. And to be honest, I don't really know the imperial units, so I'd rather stay away from it. So after that's set, I'm gonna go back to wireframe. I'm gonna set all my snapping points that I will going to need, which is point snap, mid point snap, and an end point snap. It's pretty important or for me to have snap on, so all the objects will snap on the right places where I want them to snap. Then we're gonna create some layers that we're going to put all the objects in to kind of keep them separately from everything, of course, because I don't want, if I want to, for example, patch my lights, I want every other object to be not highlighted in my wireframe. The only thing I want to see is my lights. So let's say if I want to patch my pointies with the quick tool, I only want to see my pointies, and that's why I use layers. So first layer I'm gonna create is my snap point, which is going to sit in the center, and around this point we will build the stage. Let's give it a pretty obvious color. Let's try to find the center of it. I'm going to just create a that is the center. So this point to this point, which we're gonna move. It's a bit of a workaround. I'm probably sure there is an easier way to do that. I use it like this. I don't know, works best for me. Let's see, it's in a line, and now we're gonna go and use the snap point center layer. We're gonna put the snap point right in the middle, which now it is in the center. let's put it on 0. Alright, now it's sitting right in the center where we want our stage to be. So I turned off my Sigodome because for now it will be just confusing or a lot of lines in the way when creating the stage, and I don't want it to happen. Xavier 0.0.0 wouldn't really work in that case. As you can see, the center of the venue isn't the center of the floor. So this way I used this method. I know it's a bit stupid, but if it works, it ain't stupid. Ivo, hello from isolation in England. Hey, how's it going? Also same from Paris. We all are locked down at the moment. I am currently sitting in Austria at my parents' house and trying to, I don't know, kill some time and get over it. So now, let's go over to the next one. I'm gonna create a layer for my trussing, and we're gonna enter that layer right away. So everything we draw from now on will be in the truss layer. So let's go over to trussing. As I can remember from building Qapital 3 years ago, it was a Euro truss. Could be wrong as well, but yeah, let's try. Let's just use that. Doesn't have to be exactly the same as live or as the realistic design, because mostly I just use them for a timecode show and there's no need to make it exactly as realistic as possible because I'm not gonna build it again. So we're gonna create the first truss object, which is in the center. I'm gonna need a corner block, a T, of course. How's it assigned? Ah, okay. Right. Let's just turn it up. Turn it around. So now we face the right way. It is now let's just create a shortcut for that. And the next shortcut we're going to need, most of the time I try to build my trussing in the, how's it called, isometric view. That way I can see exactly where it's snapping to, because sometimes if you use a front view it will snap to the back pipe of the truss, and then that's not really what I need or what I want. So yeah, now we're gonna need some corners again. A 90-degree corner, which is over here now. Yes. Yeah, it's still perfect. And now what we're going to need is 10 meter and 50 centimeters to the top. So I'm gonna take 4 meter, then another 4 meter, which now we're on 8, and all we need is 250. So now it's almost finished. Now we just need to create the top section. Yes. So now first frame. The first frame of 8 is finished. I'm not gonna build all 8 frames because it is a center stage, and all those 8 frames are arrayed, yeah, that's probably the word for it, around the center point. So I will be creating only one object with all the lights in it, with all the decoration parts, and then once I'm finished, I'll just array it times 8. And we basically almost finished with the frames. So now I need to create some decoration parts. If you know the stage, there are some triangle shapes. Oh, it's a hard word. Around or on in front of the object. There are 10 with a spacing of 80 centimeters below each other. So now that's what we're gonna create next. So we're going to create another layer. We call it deco. And we're gonna enter it. There is a bit of a workaround that I'm going to use. No. Now I'm creating the lines of the corners of those triangles. Makes it a bit easier to create the object for me, because when I build it, it was basically pretty ugly, or it took a long time. And 1.591. All right. Now if we off the coordinates, is this the correct measure? Let's do it again. .732. All right. So now we're gonna put that in the center. Those are just helping lines for me for now. Sebastian Checkle, why you didn't use capture? To be honest, I never used capture. Haven't tried it. Probably will try in the future. I don't know. Now is the perfect time to learn new softwares. So yeah, maybe I'm trying to figure out how capture works. For now, I am pretty good with WYSIWYG, and WYSIWYG gives me exactly what I want. and I spend a lot of time using WYSIWYG already and figuring out my way around it. So I'm pretty happy with it, especially the release 44. It's amazing. It works really smooth. Yeah, I just love it. Let's put yeah, I already created the object, as you can see. It's a triangle of two surfaces. I'm gonna join them with the command Control G, which is going to put them in a group. So whenever I click it, all those the two surfaces will highlight, whatever you call it. So now let's add a texture to it. Come on. Oh yeah, my PC is fucking up now. Of course. Oh, there it is. So we have to select the object. Let's find some metal. Yes. Yeah, that looks nice. Almost. Or maybe not. Let's find something that looks similar to what I use or what students used. Yeah, that's it. Yes, that looks good. Alright, so we created the first decoration object. Now I'm gonna put some P5s on it. I have a pretty kind of stupid way of dealing with layers, as you will see later. Yannick Jensen, hi, are you going to put this out as video afterwards? Yeah, of course. You can watch it after the stream is finished. It will be online and available for anyone. So if you don't have time at the moment, you can rewatch it later. Cornelia Kreindl, hey, how's it going? Alright, so let's go into the layer for my P5s. I mostly zero 0.25 will be enough. So let's add some P5s to it. It's just to light up the decoration panel or whatever you call it. Come on. Yes. Let's put it in the center. By the way, if you guys have any questions along the way, feel free to ask them right away. And I will keep an eye on the chat and try to answer your question as fast as possible. Alright, my laptop is almost giving up already. It's actually a gaming PC, but doesn't behave like one. Not exactly what I wanted. Yes. And then we're gonna choose that later. So now I created a pipe to hang the fixture. It's pretty important in WYSIWYG. If you want to hang a fixture, you need to create a pipe, or you can just snap it to a truss or scaffolding or anything that is a pipe or truss. I highly recommend to use pipes all along, because on pipes you can put on multiple fixtures, select them all, and use tools like, what are they? Like the distribute between 2 points, distributing it from the center, or arrayed on a pipe. So yeah, that's just a way to spread fixtures evenly on a big rig or on a big pipe. Joachim Kohl. Yeah. Hi and bye. Have to continue working. Be glad you have you have some work at the moment, because I'm sitting at home and I'm pretty bored. So let's turn down the lights a little bit, add a background color. Now the light is a bit more visible. I'm pretty sure the P5 is a bit of an overkill for the purpose over here now. But yeah, I'm just gonna use it. Let's try 45 degrees. A little bit more. Maybe 55. Maybe 60. That's 670. Alright. And for my visualization later on, I don't want to have beam, so I'm just gonna turn it off. So now it's only lighting up the decoration. So now we're good to go with this piece. We're gonna set it on the truss now, or snap it to the truss. Let's try to find the center of it. That will work. Let's check the front. I'm gonna start over here. Let's see where it is. Now it's sitting inside of the trussing. Now we moved it a little bit away from it. And what we're going to do now is we're de-highlighting the truss, and we're just gonna copy paste and put it 80 centimeters below each other, and trying to create 10 of those. I'm pretty sure there is a way of doing that faster. If you guys have any tips for me, you can please feel free to tell me, because yeah, I learned WYSIWYG by myself, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing a lot of nice ways of doing things. Again, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 3 more. Not what we want it, yeah. Alright, so now we have the decoration panels. Which looks like this. And we can highlight it by selecting all the fixtures. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Since it's now only one object, it will look a bit cooler when once it's arrayed 8 times around the center point. So we just have to wait a little bit. What we're going to do now is create a layer for my JDZs. They weren't used in the actual light design of Qapital because the JDZs weren't around by that time. But instead of using a Mac 101, I'm just gonna use JDCs to play around on the truss. I'm gonna take away the truss, of course. I'm gonna put it into the correct layer. I'm gonna select the layer. Sounder, you can array this as well. Yeah, I know there's an array tool for it. Haven't used it that many times. I'm probably gonna look into it in the future. I think it's called the array on pipe or along path, I think. Matteo, will you save the stream? Yes, it will be saved. So you can watch it whenever you want to, once it's finished. Alright, let's add some ZD cheese. I really love that kind of fixture. It's pretty amazing when we use 2 of those. And now we're gonna use the tool distribute between 2 points. So I'm gonna select the end point and the starting point of my pipe. Then I will go into isometric view. I will turn the fixtures around, spin them by 180 degrees. Click apply. Now they're facing the right way. I'm gonna tilt them 90 degrees so they will go up and down instead of left right, just to light up the trussing and a bit of the decoration with the strobes, and then also have a possibilities to blind the audience with it. So let's see, cable picks are going to the top, which is fine by me. So now we're gonna put it back on the truss. It is exactly sitting where I want it to be. That is perfect. We're gonna use the wing command. You can get that by the shortcut Control and W. Then you select the point. Make sure your X, Y axes are on, and then I don't have to create it a second time. Let's give them a bit of a different color. Make it nice and baby blue. Alright, let's check the drawing or the picture of the stage. I'm gonna use Google for that. What else is on that frame? By the way, the idea why I'm using this stage or why I am building this stage is just because I was attending to go to Qapital. It would be, I think, in 1 or 2 weeks, but it got cancelled due to the coronavirus. So yeah, that's a bit shit. So now I'm just building it myself and then probably play around with the lights with GrandMA and WYSIWYG. And also my dongle got provided by Thomas Kloiphofer. Big thank you. There is a link in my description. you can check out his website. It's called Depot Zwei, which is 2 in German. I highly recommend to check them out and give them a like. They do some great designs, and yeah, if you want a good light show as well, hit them up. I'm pretty sure they are the best in the business. So now my object is finished. What we're gonna do now is putting the frame where it needs to be. It is 3.2 meters apart, away from the center point. I'm just gonna move it away, put in 3.2, and now it is on the right spot. Now we check that everything is checked off to edit, and then we select all of it. We're gonna click into, we're gonna go into tools, array, polar. I'm gonna off the coordinates. I'm gonna try to find my, of course, small little mistake by myself. 3.2. Yes. Also, we're gonna take the whole object into the center of the point, and now we're ready to array it. So now we're gonna put in 8, which is the number of items in total. The angle to fill is 360 degrees, and we want the objects to rotate as well. And once we click OK, we're pretty much good to go. There is some space in between the trusses. That is okay, so nothing is hitting except for the CD chase. So let's just move it a bit further away. Just a little bit. Now we're gonna array it again off the coordinates 8. So now nothing is colliding anymore. When we will go into the shaded view, we will have basically the center object ready. I can put in Sigadome as well. Turn up the ambient light. So as we can see, we have our center object ready. So now the fun part starts with adding all the decoration parts of Qdance. They have a lot of shapes or decoration parts that look a bit like a knife. I created my own 3D file for that, so I can use it whenever I needed to. I'm gonna go into insertables. Of course, I need a truss for that as well, just to make it let's measure the distance. Alright, that will do. Let's create a truss again. We're back in the truss. Your truss curved. 7 meters. That should do it. Now we're gonna put that in the center as well. Steph Hoffman, where have you find the pictures or plots? Pictures, I just look up on Google Images or on the Facebook page of Qdance. Everyone can see those pictures. They're just real life pictures. So there is not much details on how to build the stage or how it's made. I was luckily to be part of building Qapital, so I know a lot of the measurements. I've seen some drawings because I had to work with it, obviously. And I'm most of the time when I'm rebuilding Qdance stages, they have a lot of decoration parts which I know the size of, and I'll just start from that particular decoration part and just try to start from there because I know how big it is, and then I just compare. All right, this part is bigger than the decoration part by 2 times or whatever, and then I just try to get as close as possible to the real design. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but yeah, I think I'm pretty close to the real designs. I hope I am. I'm just trying to. Qdance knife. Alright, as you can see, that is the Qdance knife. It's in the wrong insert. So let's turn it or rotate it the way I want it to. Alright, that looks good. Now what we're gonna do is take this pipe, put it close to the truss. I'm not gonna add clamps because I can't be bothered with doing that. And now I know that this knife is arrayed 16 times around the truss because I counted them. That's how bored I am that's how bored I am sometimes. So now same thing again, 16 times. Which now it looks like this. They're on the bottom. That's okay for now. Just an easy way to select them. I'm not gonna put any lights on it. Yeah, let's select all of them. Let's turn off the snap point. So now all we have to do is just drag it up to where it belongs on the circle truss in the center of it. As we can see now, it is where it has to be. What I remember from the stage is the deco part is between two knives, so we just have to figure out how we have to rotate it, which is probably, if I get it correct, let me check my calculator. $11.25. Yes, perfect. So now it is exactly in place where it should be. What we're gonna do now, because there is the same on the bottom of the rig, which is gonna wing it. Now we're gonna set it to where it needs to be, exactly here. So now, as we can see, it already starts to look like the Qapital stage. A little bit at least. Flores, what's up, Philip? Yeah, I'm bored again. Spending my time in WYSIWYG as usually. How are you doing, mate? And also, there are some knives in between. So let's copy that. Come on. Yes. Put it back to minus 11.25. Wrong one. 11.25. So now it's straight again. We're gonna wing it to the inside of the truss. Yes, once that's done, I just delete that one, put this one on the bottom truss. Those were the knives right above the DJ. And we had to, I think there were 16 in total, but we took them apart to just 8, so otherwise DJs might hit their head when they come up in the center. So times 8. Yeah, looking good now. Perfect. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do is another Qdance decoration part, which is, I think, the most important, or the biggest eye catcher of that design is the mega knife, which, as you can see, it's pretty huge. Flores, I'm all good, bored indeed. They just cancelled the central exams in Holland. Well, no school. That's at least something. Too bad the virus didn't happen when I was back in school, because I hated school, and would be nice to at least have a way out of it. Oh yeah, we don't need those. Alright, so we're gonna set it to the center of the truss, pull it or move it over here. Now we're gonna move it again to the center. Yes. So now, as you can see, it's a pretty huge knife. So it's not facing directly as it is facing now, so we just have to rotate it a little bit. In real life, because I think it's 10 meters, the whole knife, they fixed it to the truss, if even, And over here they attached a hoist to it, so there is that decoration part is sitting on at least one hoist, maybe even two. So yeah, that's a pretty big thing. And I'm a really big fan of the design parts or the decoration parts of Qdance. They look amazing. So why aren't you back where you should be? Yes. Let's check everything. Yes, good. So now we're gonna array that one 4 times. Because it's only used 4 times. As we can see now. Damn. It's pretty big. Damn it, there are some tricks you use there I literally never did before. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out a lot of nice tools, tricks in WYSIWYG. Because yeah, I never had any course about WYSIWYG or someone to explain me how to build a stage with tools. I just tried to always come up with a workaround, which always worked, wasn't always the best, because instead of doing array, I just copy pasted the object on top of the existing object, rotated it 90 degrees from the center point, then another same step again, another 90 degrees, another 90 degrees. It goes pretty quick with 4 objects, but if you want to array it 16 times, good luck, mate. That's gonna take a while. And with the tool, it's literally takes a second once everything is set up. Alright, so now what we're missing. Let me check the stage again. There's a lot we're missing. Yeah, there are some fixtures below the on the bottom circle truss. There isn't in real life they didn't use the circle truss. I just use it so it looks better, or is better for me. So now we're gonna put some fixtures on the truss. We're gonna do that with a pipe, a curved one. First we have to measure from the inside to the outside tube, because it will be sitting on the outside tube. Alright, that is 3.476. So now we just have to put that in there. 3.476. 3.476. Starting angle is 0, end angle is 180, which is gonna wing it. So we're gonna put it over here for now. What kind of fixtures are we going to put in there? Let's put some LED beams in there. 150, so we have a zoom as well. I'm gonna use a dark green for them. LED beams. Okay, maybe Floris, maybe I missed something, but can you explain quickly how you made the center point? The center point is just a snap point, which you can find over here. And if I highlight the Sigadome, it is in the center of the Sigadome. I just measured, or I drew a line from here to here, find the center point, from here to here, find the center. Easy peasy, put a point over there. I marked it so it's not selectable anymore, so it will always stay there and won't be selected, just to keep it there. Alright, let's add some fixtures. We're gonna off the Sigadome. Yoga back. Lap beam, of course. Robin lap beam 150. What are they? Are they even in yet? That is the question. Lap beam 150. Yes, they are. I think I used them already. So in a half circle we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those. Now we're gonna array it again on the pipe. Now it's evenly spreaded. What we're gonna do now is pretty easy. We just select those 3 fixtures. We're gonna use the wing command, and we're gonna wing it. We're gonna join the 2 circles together, so it's a group object. And now all we have to do is put it in place. So now we're gonna use the y-axis, and then we select the top point. Over here. Yes. So now let's put it on place. Over here. So now we have left beams between all the knives, as well as we can see in the shaded view. Yeah, every second one of them. Let's select them. As you can see, they're over here now. Pretty easy. Let's see how the JDCs look. Oh, that looks nice. The idea for me later, when I'm gonna do a timecode show with it, probably, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna point the CDGs 90 degrees up to light up the trussing. It's gonna look pretty sick, probably. So now next thing is the outside. Now let's finish the center object. And let's check the picture. It is 2.25. We need that circle again. Let's put it over here. That's gonna be the height, or the trussing for the rotation unit they use at Qapital. It's pretty cool because the DJ rotates 2.5 times to the right, and then it goes back to the left. So the DJ is always rotating, because it's a 360 stage and people are standing all around it. You obviously want to see the DJ once in a while, so that's why it's rotating, probably. So over here, we're not gonna put any features in there. Let's go crazy. Now we're gonna select this one. Since the JDCs are such a nice fixture, we're gonna put some design in. CDGs on that. So now we're gonna take it away from here. What we're gonna do now is ungroup it. CDGs again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that will do. We're gonna array them again. Then we're gonna select the top of it. We're gonna wing it. Now we're gonna join those two pipes together again. Now it's just copy paste from here on. Fixtures are facing the wrong way. I want them to face upwards. Yeah, of course. That's also this way of doing it. So now, once it's set up again, we're gonna drag it. Oops. Of course, I have to select them. Now drag it back to the center point, and we're got some CDJs over here. Now we're gonna snap it inside of the truss so that it doesn't look like they're floating. Yes. And for now, we're just gonna leave it like that. And we go over to the crowd rig. It's gonna be a bit of a fun truss object. I'm gonna go into trussing. Let me check the pictures. So if any one of you is wondering on how I built my stages when I rebuild anything from a Qden stage or whatever, I just look at a picture and try to get as close as possible. That's all the magic I do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in most cases, I think I'm pretty close to the realistic one. So now we're gonna create the center, the crowd rigs, which is we're gonna need a 2.5 meter truss. We're gonna need please have the right corners. Gonna need a T, and I think horizontal, vertical. Let's check which ones we're going to need. We need a 90-degree corner with a, yeah, that's what we need. Alright, so let's start building. Maybe we're gonna create a different layer for that, just to keep it separately. Truss. I'm gonna call it crowd. That's gonna help. Alright, so we're going to start off with 2.5, another 2.5. Then we're going to need TPs. As we can see, it's not going well. Yes. Now another 2.5 meter, then we are going to need the special corner. Let's rotate it around. Works by me as well. We're going to need another 2 point. Nice. Another 2.5. Then another T truss. Oh yeah, of course. It's always when I'm trying to rotate stuff, it always goes the wrong direction. Always. That's just how I work. So now back to the 250. Not sure if it's going to be that long. I don't think so. Let's check it out. Where's the picture that I need? Yeah, it's a 2.5 meter at the end with I think 1 meter. That will do. So now, because trusses are, when they snap together, they will group together as well. And if I would delete it now, it would delete everything. So now I just press Control U, select the object, delete it. Yeah, that one is good. So now, yeah, it's ungrouped. So I group it again with Control G. Now it's grouped again. All we gotta do is go back here and add 1 meter to it. All right. Now for the lowering or the low hang, low hang. I don't know what it's called. We use in the first object on the outside 4 meter down, and in the corner we use a 6 meter. So 4 meter, which is gonna take right away. If you're building, oh god, if you're building stages that should work for a building, and you want to create a realistic drawing, make sure to use the right trussing that you're gonna have on the job as well, because there's no point in putting a 4 meter in there now and you need to use it 2 times 2 meters because you don't have a 4 meter. That will confuse technicians and stagehands. So make sure to get it right so the drawing will look like it should look. Alright, that is object 1. We're just gonna fill it up now. In those objects, they put a Cudence decoration piece, which I'm gonna create now. Deco Q piece. I will call it that. Now let's get back to the jet. Yes. So now what we're gonna create is, first of all, we select it. We're gonna create the lines. I know the object is 2.5 meters that way, 2.5 meters that way. Then it will have a circle of 2.5. Ah, WYSIWYG is saving. Ah, that's why. Let's hope I can select this piece. Can I? No, I can't. Alright. So now we're gonna do a workaround. 2.5. 2.5. The lines I'm using now I will convert into pipes later. It's 90 degrees. And of course not the way I want it to. Where's the object? There it is. Now we're just gonna turn it. And then we turn it again. Yes. So now all we're gonna do is why isn't it snapping? That is strange. Now let's do it as close as possible. In the top view, let's make sure these are in line. What? Pipe snap. Maybe that's what I need. No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's snapping to the. That doesn't matter. Ah, fuck it. I got the object as an insertable already. Qdance decoration triangle. Where is the object? There it is. Yes. That's exactly the object we're going to need. Qpiece deco. Let's make sure it's visible and not black, because it probably is black. Select all. Yeah, it's the color that I want it to be. Right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it where we need it. Which, holy shit, that's far away. Here, it's on the inside pipe. Let's change to a different view. Oh, that thing is far apart. Let's take this one first. Let's put it over here for now. Select it again. Now we're just gonna put it inside of it, but we're gonna move it away by 0.05. Not enough. Again, 0.05. So it's 10 centimeters away from what one. All right, now it's sitting where it should sit, and we just use the command to let's first make it a group object. But keep the curved pipe separately. Had some issues with that showing up. Wing it. Boom. So now it is on this side. Now I'm gonna turn it by 45 degrees to make the array function a bit easier. We'll go into current layer, select the object, go back, take the center point. Now we're gonna turn it back to where we were before. Move it a little bit out of the way, just in case if we go over here. Yes. So now the object looks like it should look. And we're gonna add some lights to it. So what it needs is a pointy. Now let's create a layer first. I always have my pointies in green. It's just perfect. Let's create a small pipe drawn from the center. Yes. Where is it now? Huh? Is it worship? No, it's not. Let's go into pointies. The layer obviously is empty. Let's try to create it again. Huh? That is. Oh yeah. Why though? Why? I don't need it down here. Now let's get it close to where it needs to be. Is it just one object? Yes, it is. Alright, so now we're gonna add a pointy to it. Pointy. Ooh, I pointy. What do you think? Make a pointy or pointy? You can choose what I'm gonna use now. Should it be the pointy or should it be the mega pointy? Let's vote. So it will be a little bit more interactive for you guys. Just gonna create mega pointy. We have one vote for mega pointy so far. Mega. Alright, say no more, people. Let's use the mega pointy. I haven't used it actually in a show yet. So now is the perfect time to figure out how the fixture behaves. What are your guys or your people's favorite fixtures? What do you guys like? Let's turn it around. Or no, we want the pigtails to face to the stage. Yeah, auto saving again. Now we need to select everything. Now we're gonna move it on the outside of the rig. We're gonna put that pointy over here. And we also need a pointy for over here, and for over here. Yes, that one, it's, I think, y-axis. Let me check. Yes. And now X to put it in the center of the downpipe. I think it is. That's not. Oh, of course. Yes. Yeah, that's where it should be. What we're going to do with this pointy is we face or we turn him 45 degrees. Let's select only that one. I need to go inside of the truss as well. Sander, whatever fits the budget. Yeah, that's the biggest struggle in our industry. But hey, feel free to come to Holland, and we have a lot of festivals where apparently the budget is unlimited, or it looks like. 2 weeks ago, I've been to a festival which is in Belgium, almost the same, and they used almost 400 CLF Aurons over the crowd. That is insane. Pen 45. Fuck. Of course, it always goes the wrong direction. Alright, so these ones are good. Now, yes, we're still in the pointy layer. Let's do a little bit of a trick. 45 again. And now, since the pointy is right in the center, it should be perfectly winged. And it is. Great. Alright, next vote is going to be in the realistic design or in the realistic stage. Oh, those still have to go up. That's not an issue. They used lead pores inside of the truss. Should we add that as well, or not? So are we going to spook the truss or not? That's the question here now. Sander, I'm from the Netherlands, but I work in theatre. I live in the Netherlands as well. I'm not from there. I'm from Austria, but I moved to the Netherlands 3.5 years ago. So yeah, I really love it there. The current situation is a little bit shit. There's a lot of struggle without jobs and money, and yeah, By the way, speaking about money, there's a donation link in my description if you want to send me some money. Feel free. You don't have to. You can. Alright, so X4 bars. Do you want me to add them or are these your favorite then? Because, yeah, X4 bars. Nah, doesn't fit the design. Nah, that's not. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. I live in Italy. Don't talk to me about struggling for work at the moment. Yeah, we are all struggling. The whole event industry is currently completely down. That's why I made a I made a small YouTube video. It's like I think 4 seconds long, with the windows shut down sound and just lights fading down from top position, turning the dimmer on and off, and then it goes dark. It's kind of, I thought it's a nice idea. A lot of people dislike the video. I don't know why. Maybe they have some issues, but I don't know. We'll see. So we're gonna create the second object. Let's go back to 45 degrees. Now it's just easier to take it apart instead of going to the right and then to the top. Huh? What is that? Oh. Alright, so the second one looks a bit different. The corner one over here is 4 meter and the other one is 6 meter. So what we're going to do is go into our trussing layer. Truss. Select it. Ah, truss crap. Sorry, I forgot. What we're gonna do is ungroup it. I'm gonna take this piece and delete it for now. We're gonna move the 6 meter truss over here. We're gonna move that truss over here, and we're gonna select the 6 meter again and move it, of course, move it over here. Come on. Yes. So now let's make it a group again. Oh. Oh. Yes, now we're back on track. It's now a group again. Let's set the fixtures where they have to be. Gonna use the C axis. That one is too high. I want to select it, man. Thanks. Goes down a little bit, and we're gonna turn it a little bit more. No, we only want the fixture. No truss, please. Yes, now it's back. So back to the vote. Should we add LED pores inside of the truss to spook the truss, or should we leave it out? Because now is the perfect time to do that. Afterwards, it's gonna be yeah, it's not gonna be shit, but it will take a little bit because I have to array those two objects 4 times around the center of the stage because it's 4 times, so 8 objects in total. And I wanna finish the object before arraying it. Yes, add. All right, cool. 2 people voted, so yes, I'm gonna do it. We just got cancelled till June with AEG shows. They seem to own every big venue in the states of Ohio. Yeah, that sucks. I got the message yesterday that all shows in Holland got cancelled till June. And yeah, now I'm gonna look for a different job in the meanwhile to keep my company running or my running costs, because living actually costs a lot of money, and with no income it's a pretty big struggle. So now let's rotate it back 45 degrees, or just all right, let's add some lap bars. 4 meter and a 6 meter. All right, we're gonna figure out something. Let's create a layer. Lights, lap bars. Which lap bars should we use? I always use my the left force RGBW fixtures. Let's give me some recommendations what we can add or which one we should use. I might go for CLF. Right, there we are. Let's just put it in the right layer. Where is it? Lights, lap bars. A Chinese one. Do they also break in WYSIWYG? That's the question. Or are they reliable? Let's check out what CLF got. Oh yeah, that's not a lap bar. Color bar. Ah, the Conan, yeah. Do they fit in the truss? Yeah, they do. I hope so. I don't know. I'm not sure. Since it's just 3D and it doesn't have to be a realistic one, I'll just go for whatever. Spin 180. Right now we're gonna whoa, easy buddy. Now we're just gonna set it down as low as possible. I think it will do. Showtech Yarpar. Best man. I already put in the let's check it out. Where is my truss rig? Damn, it's pretty far away. Alright. So let's select the Conan. Let's turn off the ambient light and make it dark. Let's change the fixture. If I spook a truss, I mostly just try to make it a bit brighter. Oh, beam by 2. 4. Let's go crazy. Let's take 6. Yeah, that will do. set that back to 50. I don't know what it does. Alright, cool. Now that is set up. So now it's just copy paste. Of course, I need to select the whole thing. Layer. Let's off the truss to make it a little bit easier. So we're just gonna put it on top of the pointies. Rotation doesn't matter at the moment. Can you arrange with camera view in MA2 to speed up making layout views? Once the stage is done, I will show you an export tool, which is done. It's made or developed by Matthias and Thomas. I have a link down in the description. It's the Depot Zwei link. They made the this tool, and they also borrowed me their dongle. So big shout out to them for making this stream possible, and give them a like on Facebook. If you go to the website, just check their social media links and just like all of it: Instagram, Facebook. All right, so now those are set up to spook from the bottom. Let's see how that looks. Type. Whoa, easy buddy. What are those two? Oh, yeah. I don't need those. I don't need those. And those. Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing in the wireframe isometric view. So let's just also delete the pipe for it, just to keep things clean. Now what we're gonna do is let's go from the outside to the from the inside to the outside. Yeah, that's best. So let's create a pipe over here. Nope, no. Draw from start. Okay. So now we just take the fixture, Control C and then Control V again. It's just to copy paste. We put it in the center. Now we have to figure out. It's probably wrong again. Yeah, of course. So it's always wrong direction. Now once it's set up, it's just copy paste from now on. Let's do 2. Fuck it. And then what we're going to do, once again, 45 degrees. That's good news then. Yes. Since I've discovered that they have this tool, I'm using it on every stage. Even if it's just a stage with 10 fixtures, I'm still using it Saves a lot of time to create an extra patch and move your fixtures around, because I only work with layout views in MA3 in Grand MA2, and it's just a handy tool, man. All right, so we need this one, we need this one, we need this one. And then we array it over here. And now let's see how the whole rig looks once it's lit up. Ah, nice. It's such a shame that the beams go out. You know what? Fuck the beams. Let's just get rid of them. And flare, I think, is the right one. Or is it footprint? Yeah, footprint. There you go. Let's put it on 6 because it's a good number. There we go. Now that thing is lit up, and the truss rig is either the crowd rig or crowd objects or finished. So now let's rotate them back. Let's try footprint. Yeah, footprint it was. So which one is it? That one is a bit lower. That truss by 50 centimeters. Ah, that's not much. Let's do another 50 centimeters. That looks good. Nice. So now what we're gonna do is taking it. Oh yeah, I'm going the wrong way. All right. So now we want it to move. Let's try 5 meters. Let's try another 5 meters. At this point, it's mostly pure guessing. Trying to I'm always trying to look on the pictures if I redraw stuff, to have some points that I can focus on or know, okay, these points are over there. And because I have the venue as well, the rig isn't possible over here, so we're gonna move it back 2 meters and another 2 meters, and then we move it 4 meters inwards. So now it's perfectly the same. It's the distance to the left and to downwards the same. And what we're gonna do now is turn off the Sigadome. Make sure everything is selected. And then the array tool comes in handy again. Use polar. It's 4 times 360 degrees. Boom. There you go. And probably it's not set to the right height, so it's just gonna where is the key that go? Now it's a bit easier to select stuff. It is a little bit lower. Let's go very low. Yeah, that's about it. So now if we take in the Qdance decoration parts and the Sigodome and light it up, now it starts to look like Qapital. Ah, damn, that's way too low. But yeah, the whole stage needs to shift upwards. Let's see if WYSIWYG will handle this. And well, I select everything. Oh yeah. So I know that this part is on 3 meters. Let's go to 3 meters. Or just roughly place it. As said again, it's not gonna be built, so doesn't have to be exactly in place. So now if we, oh yeah, would you look at that. So with using the array tool, it saved me a lot of time creating all those objects or copying them around, place them, rotate them. So I just had to create one object, array 4 times or 8 times or as many times I needed to, and boom, we got a stage. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the outside trusses. I'm pretty sure they're placed somewhere over here in that line, just pretty high up here. So let's check the stage again. Alright. Top view. Oh, so many beams. Alright, so what we're gonna do is trussing again, truss crowd, of course. Needs to be 30 meter. How long are we gonna make it? Let's see. Just to cover the whole side of it. Let's group it together, put it on the right height. Let's put it over here. Let's see if the Sigodome allows it. Yeah, that's possible. So now let's place them. Maybe it's a bit too long. Ah, fuck it. We'll go. We will go with that. Now we're gonna short it up. Right, ungroup again. Ungroup again. Alright, we're gonna delete the last 3-meter section. Group it again. Alright, so now it's time to vote again. It's basically a truss meant to light up the whole decoration, the whole stage. So probably BMFL or Vipers would be nice, and I want to put some Sadie Chase on it. I'm gonna let you choose which fixture we're gonna use as a beam spot wash kind of thing, like a BMFL. So let's get some votes in while I'm trying to create the layers that I need. Lights. Ah, we already have Sadie J. So we gonna go from the center. Now let's just go till here. Alright, take it away. Let's copy, paste one of the Sadie J's. How many should we use? 0. 0. Is it as I want it to be? Yes. Right, so let's just make it Let's just make it 10. This has to be the most informative tutorial live stream I've seen on WYSIWYG. I hope you can keep making these videos on MA2 and WYSIWYG. I'm definitely going to donate and tune in. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of live streams, just sharing all my knowledge I gathered around spending a lot of times alone at home. It sounds like it's sad, but it's not. Sometimes I just sit in front of WYSIWYG for 12 hours. I forget everything. It's just I can be focused for a pretty long time, and I really enjoy using this. Yeah, those tutorials, the WYSIWYG tutorials will depend on how long I can keep the dongle. So far we agreed to that I'm gonna bring it back start of next week. Maybe it will change. I'm trying to do a lot of tutorials now and just use the time. Hurricane X Ayrton. Yeah, let's use those. Never had them. Let's see if they are even available. Hurricane X. There you go. Right, cool. So another layer. Lights. Nope. Let's set it up. We also going to put 10 of those till over here. What color? Let's give it a nice red. Hurricane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, alright, alright. Oh, no, it's working. Are they colliding together? Only. Yeah, that will do. Now let's do it a bit different with those CDJs. Let's go completely crazy. We're gonna put them on the top pipe of the truss, and then we're going to CDJs, current layer. We're going to face them to yes, exactly what I want. So these are where they should be now. The hurricane are still down here. So once this all the lights are set up, I'm gonna go into creating a scaffolding stage. I created my own library of insertables because I don't like using the ones from WYSIWYG from the library. They don't really give me a lot of flexibility as I want to have, so I just created my own stuff and it works perfect. So 4 times. Alright, so let's do a stress test and select all fixtures. So now it's starting to look like Qapital. The only thing we have to add is the stage over here, and then that's about it. Maybe lower those ones a little bit more. That would be nice. Boom. 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 Let's put them over here. Yes. Bit better now. So now we're gonna try and select all fixtures. Maybe do a little bit of saving. Qapital 2017. Stream 1.0. Wow, it's a successful rotation. Yeah, holy shit. That's probably the best news I had in the last few days. Alright, so let's select all of them. Yeah, runs pretty smooth, to be honest. It's a lot of beams fixtures. Let's open up the full screen. Kinda looks nice. What do you guys think? Should I do also a live stream while I'm setting up the stage in or the lights in GrandMA with my show file and make everything work and ready for the show, and also maybe do a stream about the time code programming of it, because that's what I'm gonna be doing or want to do as well, or planned on doing. That might be something. All right, well then we're just gonna finish the stage for today. I'm gonna show you guys the export tool from Matthias. How to make it ready and how to import it into GrandMA, because it took me a while to figure out. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you everything, how I go from a design to a show or into MA first, setting up everything, setting up my busking show file, and then I can show you how I create a timecode show to it. I already did a timecode show to the first version I built from Qapital. It didn't look that good because mostly was just pure guessing and copy pasting and rotating stuff around in weird places. So it's not a perfect stage that I created. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but fuck it, now it works. Could you share the WYSIWYG file or the custom objects to build it again? I have to think about it. I'm probably gonna if I'm gonna share the file, I'm gonna delete all those Qdance knives. Just create it yourself. I probably don't think Qdance. I mean, I build them myself as well, but I don't know if they're going to be okay with sharing those knives. So yeah, but maybe I'm gonna share the file of it. It will be in version R44, so you need to have the latest version of WYSIWYG, otherwise it won't work. Or I can try to save it as, I can go back to release 40, so I can, if I'm going to share it, I'm gonna put it online for R40. So yeah, all right, so now the most fun part. I really love doing that in WYSIWYG, and it actually always takes me a lot of time to build a scaffolding stage or a structure. But it's just, I really like it. Sometimes I just copy every object, like every ledger, to its place, or I take whole groups and copy paste them. Whatever, depends on how bored I am. So now we have the center over here. The radius or the size of the stage is 10 meter. The width of it, I think it's called. Could you turn on the lights? You mean the lights in the stage, or? I can do that later when we're finished. I'm gonna create scaffolding now, the actual stage, because we don't want a digit to float. None of the digits would like that. So yeah. What we're going to need is, we're gonna turn everything off, including the Sigodome, and then we need the center point for a second. I have this great insertable of a complete 2 by 2 by 2 meter scaffolding. Looks like this with wood pads. It's pretty realistic. The spindles are a bit, yeah, fucked up, but doesn't matter. So let's set that to over here, get it in the center of it, and that will be our center. All right. Hey Kalai, you don't have to delete the message. I'm not gonna be mad at you or something. All right, so we have 5 meters to the left, 5 meters to the right, 5 meters up, and 5 meters down. So let's just quickly do that. By let's go into here. So it's just, of course. Does any one of you know how I can define the point that it will always start when I copy paste it? The snap point, instead of having it over here. I want it to be this point, for example. Is there a way to set that up? Right, so now we have 5 meters to the left, since it's a 2 meter, that's 1 meter from the center, 2 meter, 2 meter. What you're gonna do is wing it, boom. Now we're gonna go like this. That's it looks awful. All right, another time. And then we going to wing it again. And now we have this weird looking structure. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this part, you're gonna this part, and this part. Over here, no, that's, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's just a stage. I think with library insertion point, no, when I create something, let's take this standard. If I create an insertable, create, let's call it delete, select base point with mouse, so it's this one, and now when I import it, it will take that point, as you can see over here, exactly what I wanted. But when I copy paste it, it chooses a different point. Does anyone know why WYSIWYG behaves like that, or how to kind of change it? Because yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. So yeah, now we're not gonna add braces to it because we won't be seeing it, and since it's also not a realistic design, we don't need it. Now we create the ground diagonal. What we going to do is go into a layer object. Takes a while. Color. We take the color from one of those scaffolding pipes, add it as a custom, and then we go in here, because if you create a pipe, it will always show up black. Now what we're gonna do, that was wrong. We're gonna put it over here. And now we're gonna do the lazy way again by choosing, come on, array function, polar. Use this one 4 times. Boom. The whole rig. If you use an insertable, it will always get imported in the layer you used when you stored it. So I stored it in the layer and now I want it to be in scaffolding, so just select everything, put it into scaffolding. Now it's all the same color as well, so easy peasy. Should we do, yeah, so let's create our molten around the deco black. Looks like a bug. I don't know. Maybe someone from WYSIWYG or Cast Software is watching the stream and could answer this, please. That would be nice. But yeah, maybe I'll try to figure out a way at some point. But I don't think so. Yes, I'm just gonna use that. So now it's a bit of a boring part. Creating decoration parts. It's not the most fun, but needs to be done. So yeah. No. Yeah, that looks good to me. Now we're gonna, come on, stay up. We're gonna array that as well. So now it's around. Then we just connect these together. And as you probably already figured out, we're gonna use the array function again. So now this is set up. I'm gonna go into current layer only to draw the stage decks. I also have insertables for a realistic measurement of stage decks from Stageco, but yeah, that would take a while to create now, and doesn't have to be a realistic design as we already said. Now everything on again. Sigadome. Let's check out what we just did. Yes. That's pretty nice. Yeah, as you can see, because it's the rosette we call the things where you can hook the ledges in, they stick out a little bit because yeah, it's a pipe and it has it's just a thick thing, and I snapped it to the center of the pipe, so there's a little bit showing. I don't care about that now. But yeah, when I really do something for a client that has to be as realistic as possible, of course I'm gonna take that into measurements and just shift stuff away, or add a wood beam where they actually put the layer, the molten on, and the cover. So now the fun part starts, we're gonna cover the black truss, and that's a bit of a workaround. So now we create a snap point over here. We move it over here to make it a little bit thicker. The snap point is up there. Let's take it down. So we're gonna put this point over here and 1 point let's cover it all till here. And what we're gonna do now is we go back to the current layer. As you can see, we have our two snap points. I'm gonna need the center point. Need to go to all layers, and now what I'm doing to create circle shapes, there's one little trick. Maybe there's some other way. I hope there is. If someone knows one, please tell me, because it's a pain in the ass. Let's make it 5 segments or 5 points, 90 degrees. Boom. Damn, that's not what I asked for. Let's go back. Trail and error always happens on a live stream. Hooray, polar. 5. 90. Yes, that worked. Right, so now I'll just go in here, create my surfaces to make it a circle. The more snapping points you're gonna use, the more smoother the curve will look. Since it's all black, I don't care. So now let's select all snap points. Let's delete them. Let's take the curve and just wing it around. Voila! As you can see, there's nothing. But yeah, let's wait for WYSIWYG to save. Now we enable everything again. So now, fuck. Of course. Well, that wasn't enough. The truss is still visible. Right, back to the drawing board. How about a cylinder? If I create a cylinder, I can't make a hole inside of the cylinder because the area in between here should be free and visible because the digit will be placed in there. And yeah, if you create a cylinder, it just looks a bit fucked up. So now what we're gonna do is just an easy way. Move 0.05 away. Maybe that should do it. Let's see. Yes, perfect. So which, yeah, that one. So 0.5 again. Now we're gonna wing it again. Boom. Create another surface. In this case, now we have like a flat line or whatever you call it, but doesn't matter. It won't be seen anyways on the timecode show. Fuck, that looks shit. 0.1. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I'm fine with it. Fuck it. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. So please disappear truss. Yes. As you can see, there's a truss. Draw a circle, break it into lines, and extrude lines into surface. Damn, that is nice. I'll try that in a bit. Looks like how about a cylinder? Make the top and bottom 0 capacity, or do a boolean with 2 cylinders. I will try that out in private, or later when we finish, because it's almost done. Now for an EDM or hardstyle stage, the most important layer is a DJ. Let's make it pink. Let's make it red. We're gonna go in here. We go to library browser. Over here, put in DJ. And then we're gonna take the casual DJ with digital turntables. Alright. We want him on this height. And we want him in the center. At Qapital, the DJ isn't standing in the center. He's somewhere offset over here because he just turns around, and I think there's a DJ set over here and a DJ set on the other side. I can't be bothered with that. Alright, center. So I'm trying to always put the head of the DJ into in the center whenever I use like positions to. As you can see, he's almost getting killed by those knives. It's pretty dangerous, and they're pretty sharp as well. So if you climb on the real stage, the hole or the entrance to the stage is right below the DJ. Now there's a hole, and the DJ stands on the outside circle somewhere. So if you climb up here and you hit your head on the knife, good luck, mate. That's gonna be a hospital for you. Alright, so I think everything is set up. Yeah. We got everything. Come on, let's go as realistic as possible. Let's just. It's a software for Lightning, but to be honest, the PA system is just fucking incredible on that stage. I mean, look at that. Boom. It's way too high. So let's put it a little bit lower. I'm not a sound guy, so I don't have any information about how right I have set this up. I just tried to count. So yeah, now we got exactly how Qapital looks in real life, apart from a few things. Yeah, that's about it for how to build a stage. Now we're gonna go into patching. There are two ways. Well, I have two ways. If it's gonna be a stage that I have to deal with in real life, I'm gonna use. Let's go into an easy one. Pointies. Alright, let's take the top view. Alright, those are all my pointies. And if sometimes when you get a stage, for example, if you get that one from Qnens, you get a DWG file from AutoCAD or SCAD or whatever it's drawn into. You will import it into WYSIWYG. You just put all the lights where they are supposed to go, and then you're done. Most of the time you already get a patch list with all the fixtures, so according to that patch list you just have to go through the patch. So let's start on 1.1 spot fixture ID. That's what you're gonna use in your console, and then you just click through the fixtures. So now if you can if we go into the data view, it takes a while. We can see that if we alright, so you can see the pointies which is patched, they have spot ID. That is very important for the tool I'm going to be using in a second once the patch is finished. I have a way to do a quick patch. It's completely randomized, but yeah, I don't need a working patch which takes me a half a day or full day to set it up. I just need it to be working, and there's it's not necessary for me to have the fixtures set with the right IDs in the right order. I don't care about that because I'm gonna use the tool and set it up in the layout view, and then it will be just randomized, and then I just store over the groups that I have automatically created, and just work with it. It works perfect. So now we're gonna delete that again, set it to 0. That works. No, it doesn't. Yeah, never mind. Now what we have to do a quick patch, which is, I only recommend doing that if you just wanna play around with that stage and you don't care about actually operating it in real life. So what I do is just spot +1, and it will create automatically a spot number for all of them. We currently have 352 fixtures in this stage, and then we go into the patch column. We select everything. We put in 1.1 plus. For the tool as well, I highly recommend to use just numbers, no hashtag or letters. Just use numbers. Universe 1 and dot the address of in that universe. Then, because I had some fuck ups with the tool because people put in a hashtag or some weird symbols, and then it doesn't work, and I don't want that. So now what we do is we just go through the universes which are already created. That's a bit of a turn down to do that over and over again instead of just automatically creating it. But yeah, doesn't matter now. It's not that bad for a stage like this. Doesn't hurt because it's just a few universes, which all of them will be filled up as much as possible. Holy shit, why so many universes? Oh, nice, we're down to 15. Alright, if we go into errors. Ah, that's the few I want to see. No errors. Perfect, exactly what we needed. Alright, so now how do we set it up? So either you just did the patch like I did with just randomizing it, or creating a realistic patch. Doesn't matter now because now it's time to export. So what you're gonna do, or what you gonna do, my English isn't that great today. You wanna go into, let's go through. Right click, view options. You want to highlight all of these just in case it's needed. Rotation is important and all that kind of stuff. Alright, also pretty important for the people using the Imperial, set it to metric. You can click into options, document options, draw defaults, metric, set that, and otherwise the tool doesn't work as well. So now we're just gonna export it. Export. It's export to worksheet, I think. Is it? No, it's not. I have my own folder for that. Patch imports. You need to select the CSV file. Big stream. So now once that's created, you're gonna open the converter or the export import tool, whatever it's called. Then you're gonna search for the file you just created, which we call WYSIWYG stream. It's also pretty important to have all lights visible and able to be edited. And then you can see all my fixtures are in here. So I have 80 P5s, 56 Conan, 8 LED beam 150, 112 CDGs. That's a lot there. Rope Mega Pointy 56, Hurricane X 40. So there are two ways to export it. You can send it to the console. You need an actual console for that, so an MA2 or MA3 in MA mode 3 or 2. Then you can choose that option. Currently, I put the console back in the case for the stream, so I can use my table. What you can do is you just you need a USB stick for that. Yes, that's a good sound. Come on. Now let's try it again. Data. Is that one? No. Right. Apparently it doesn't want to take my USB stick. That's strange. Right. Let's load it up again. Maybe that's the issue. I swear it's every time I do a stream, things are fucking up that never fucked up. It's every time. Alright. Yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna put it into my download folder. Alright. Yes. So now this is set up. Let's go into downloads. Date modified. How the hell is it stored in here? What the fuck? I think it's anime. Is that no? Alright, doesn't matter. We're gonna take a different one. Just fuck it. Never mind. So we just ignore that. We're not gonna use this stage. Do I still have an import on that? So let's start up GrandMA. I'm only using GrandMA. Backup, new show, test. So let's see if I still have him on my USB stick. Macros. So that I think the tool only works for GrandMA. I'm not sure. Yeah, it does work only for GrandMA. What the fuck? Yeah, I think the USB port is broken. Let's try a different one. Yes. Alright, cool. Problem solved. I hope. Export. Yes, there we go. Alright, now it's finished. So you go into MA, you select your USB drive. I only use the first three. Is it imported? Yeah, it is. I did it twice now. Alright, so now you're gonna set, you click the first macro. You choose 4 because it's on my USB stick. What you need to do now is figure out in what modes you have the fixtures. P5, SGM. So now everyone that is only interested in designing, adds a bit of lightning now as well. If you don't want to see it, you can just leave now, because we're basically finished in WYSIWYG. Now it's just setting it up in a lightning desk. So my P5 is 6 channel. Where's MA? There it is. P5 6 channel. CLF Conan. CLF Conan. Oh yeah, they're stored differently in MA. Let's figure out what mode they are on. 10 channels. Yeah, that one. It's also pretty important to set your modes for the fixtures in WYSIWYG. Otherwise, you're going to have a pretty hard time changing that. Let's take Robin 150. Where the hell is it? Robin 150. Yes. That one is, where is it? There it is. 22 channels. The first one already. JDZs. They are in 23 channel mode. 23 channel normal mode. Mega pointy is in 34. There you go. It's also pretty important for WYSIWYG to have the right picture profile for it, otherwise it doesn't work. And hurricane. Have I spelled it wrong or what? I've seen it or not? Come on. Fuck. Do they even exist in MA? No, they don't. Yeah, fuck it for now. So once that's finished, you're going to click the patch fixture macro. It will patch all fixtures. It will take a while because there are a lot of fixtures in there. And then we're gonna watch the magic. Boom. I think it already happened in the patch macro. Normally, this macro is needed to set them up. So let's just reset them to 0 and then run the macro again to see how it works. So it's obviously gonna take the order you have your fixtures patched, and then it creates the stage for you. So now if I'll take a layout view, go on, layout pool, fixture through, store them in here, choose the layout, set up a range, camera, whatever view fits you. It's always depending on the stage, and there you go. If top isn't what you're looking for, choose the front, and it looks like this. Side will obviously look the same as the front because it's 360, but yeah, sometimes when I deal with stages like this, I try to select all lines, go into from the top view, and then I'll go into the front view and then draw them out, so I can so no fixtures are behind each other, because over here we have 2 fixtures now, I think. Is it? Or is it just 1? Come on. Yeah, it's 2 fixtures that you can see in a single X. So yeah, to create your symmetrical selection effects, whatever, it's you obviously have to put a little bit of time into setting your layout view to how it so it works for you to do quick selections. All right, so if anyone got any questions left, please ask them now. Otherwise, I'm gonna end the stream and I'm already streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So that went pretty quick. I thought it's gonna take 5 hours to build the stage, but yeah, obviously it works pretty fast. Let's do the show. No, first I'm gonna eat, and probably tomorrow I'm gonna start with another stream, depending on my job now, because I'm looking for a job in Austria to pay my bills. But it's pretty hard to find something because, yeah, most of the jobs are closing down. And yeah. We want to see it on fire. I don't think you can see you can visualize fire in WYSIWYG. I'm not sure. Akelite, thank you, Philip. No problem. It's a fun way to spend a free evening, and I hope you all learned something. I learned a few things thanks to you guys as well. I don't see myself as a WYSIWYG professional or anywhere near that, because 3 years ago I just started building stages that I always wanted to play around with the lights on that stage. So I tried to create those stages, and I kept going, and yeah, for what I needed, I got the knowledge in WYSIWYG. I have my workarounds, and if I want to create something, I'm pretty sure I can create it with the knowledge I have. The only thing I'm struggling is with decoration parts. If it gets a little bit more into detail, or different weird shapes, like some of like faces or whatever that are 3D. WYSIWYG doesn't really help you that good with it, but it's not meant to do that anyways. For me, it's just I use WYSIWYG to create everything. Sometimes I'm bored. I'm so bored that I just draw venues. Some venues have a 2D file, so you see the top view, the front view, and the side view. And from that, I just create a 3D file, and then I got the venue. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. Big shout out again to Thomas for borrowing me the WYSIWYG dongle. And yeah, the link is in the description of his website, together with more people. So if you guys need help on creating a stage or a production, light show, whatever, check out Depot Zwei. They're really great. Give them a like, and I'll be posting the link of the export tool in the chat, and then I will close the live stream. And I'm also gonna put it in the description. So here you have the website. The tool is from Matthias Schöffmann. It's a great guy. He really knows a lot about programming and diving into MA or WYSIWYG. So also cheers and thank you to Matthias for creating that tool. It saved a lot of time already. So yeah, see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to set up another live stream for tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna be on MA again. So, or maybe another WYSIWYG build. I don't know yet. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a nice day, and let's hope this crisis will be over soon. See ya.